Well, hello. My name is Reno Omokri, and just earlier today, I was watching an interview given by Nigeria's Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, aptly named Alhaji Lai Mohammed. And for some time now, I decided that I was going to um, temper down on criticism of the Buhari administration because I really felt some sympathy for the president. But then Lai Mohammed just will I say he just wouldn't stop going low. He said on that interview, I think it was done by Osasu Ibn that he had challenged Nigerians to mention any lie that he told, and that nobody had been able to come out with any lie that he told. And that in itself is a lie. That in itself is a lie. I've written about the lies that Lai Mohammed has told. Lai Mohammed is a bloody liar. He lies, almost for a living. How can he say that nobody has been able to take up that challenge? Look, right now, right here, I'm going to give multiple lies that Lai Mohammed has lied, and let them play this video for him. I live here in my house, but if he wants to take me to court, he should go and charge me to court, and I will come and I will see him in court, and I will open the books for him, I will open documents for him. Lai Mohammed is a liar. The international community, Nigerians, even his boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, knows that he's a liar, and I'm going to prove that now. Listen, on the first lie, on February 8, 2017, Lai Mohammed denied that President Muhammadu Buhari was ill. And he said that the president was ill and healthy. He went on to say, now I'm quoting him, he went on to say, this is a quote, "Do you think we will be conducting our business like this if Mr. President is ill? I can say without any hesitation that Mr. President is well, is ill and healthy. No question about that." This is Lai Mohammed, is a direct quote. I'm not adding to it, I'm not subtracting for it. This is Lai Mohammed, this is what he said on the 8th of February 2017. Well, as many of you know, on the 10th of March 2017, President Muhammadu Buhari himself came back to Nigeria after a 49-day trip to the United Kingdom for health reasons. And then when he came back, the Vice President, Pastor Yemi Oshibajo, led a number of government officials and his cabinet members and some state governors to go and welcome back the president. The president was shown on NTA Network News, and I'm sure a lot of you watched it, but just for those who didn't watch it, I'm going to quote what the president said. The president said, "I have rested as much as is humanly possible." This is a quote. "I have rested as much as is humanly possible. I have received, I think, the best of treatment I could receive. I couldn't recall being so sick since I was a young man." This is the president now himself saying that I was sick, I was ill. Meanwhile, just a month ago, his Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, who has said that he never lies, was telling Nigerians that the president was ill and healthy. Is that not a lie? Is that not a lie? That's just one clear lie. That's why I said even his own boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, knows that Lai Mohammed is a liar. That's why he gave him Minister of Information, say, "You, Lai Mohammed, your name fits you. Go there and lie." That's a lie. Lie number two. Lie number two. On February 6, 2017, Lai Mohammed said the killings of Christians by Muslims in Nigeria was a fallacy. I'm not making this up. February 6, 2017, go and Google it. He said this in Ilorin. Now, his exact words, I'm going to read it to you. He said, "Such fallacies like the Islamization of Nigeria, the killing of Christians by Muslims." Now, some of you are watching me. Is it, can anybody in his right mind, if they are not a liar, say that the killing of Christians by Muslims in Nigeria is a fallacy? Look, most of the overwhelming majority of Muslims in Nigeria are good people, are very patriotic people, are decent people. But obviously, you and I know that Muslims have been killing Christians in Nigeria. We know that it's and it's not they are not doing it in the name of Islam. They are doing it in the name of terrorism. I mean, the Global Terrorism Index has said that Fulani headsmen are the fourth most deadly terrorist group in the whole world. Fulani headsmen have killed hundreds, if not thousands, of Nigerians, and mostly Christians. In southern Kaduna, they've killed hundreds. They say thousands, but you know what? I don't want to be accused of exaggeration, so let me just stick with hundreds. In Agatu, they've killed hundreds. The elders of Agatu said they've killed 3,600. But you know what? I don't want to be accused of exaggeration, so let me just say hundreds. Name it. There is no state in Nigeria where Fulani headsmen have not killed people. And majority of the people being killed are Christians. And then Lai Mohammed on the 6th of February is saying that the killings of Christians by Muslims in Nigeria is a fallacy. Is that not a lie? Lai Mohammed, is that not a lie? Are you not a liar? No, you think about that. These are clear lies. Lie number three. Lie number three. On May 30th, 2017, just last week, Lai Mohammed claimed that the Buhari administration had fulfilled its promises to Nigerians. In fact, I just don't know how an old man like that would even say such a thing. I've been a presidential spokesman. I've made friends to a former president. I've worked for a sitting vice president. So you are allowed to give the truth, the most favorable interpretation that you can, but you are not allowed to lie. For instance, if a lot has not been achieved, you can now talk about the ones that have been achieved. You can use flowing language, you can use flowery language. But for you to say that President Muhammadu Buhari has fulfilled his promises, even President Muhammadu Buhari will just look at you and say, this is my minister. Because President Muhammadu Buhari himself knows that he has failed. Then for you to open your mouth and say that the President Muhammadu Buhari has fulfilled his promise, okay, let's just look at a couple of promises. Let's just look at a couple of promises that the president has not kept. You see, this president, he said that he was actually going to ensure that the Nigerian economy was run in such a way that it will favor everybody. As a matter of fact, on the day he was being sworn in, he said, I belong to nobody and I belong to everybody. The same man, the next month, July 23rd, in Washington, D.C., at the United States Institute for Peace, I spoke there myself. I spoke there about 4 years before the president. But he went there at the United States Institute for Peace, and this is what he said. He said, I hope you have a copy of the election results, because he was asked how he was going to treat people in the Niger Delta. He said, I hope you have a copy of the election results. The constituents, for example, who gave me 5% of the votes cannot be treated with like those who gave me 97% of the votes. This is just a reality. Now, you promised that you are going to treat everybody the same. You actually said that I belong to nobody and I belong to everybody. Yet, just a month after, you said that people who gave you 5% of the votes cannot be treated the same way as people who gave you 97% of the vote. In case you thought the man was joking, look at all his security appointments. Look at his major appointments. Just look at them. Very lopsided. Completely lopsided. Just look at his appointments. I don't need to name them, because if I name them, the government might accuse me of inciting. But you go and then Google his appointments. And this is the man that Lai Mohammed says has fulfilled his promises. Look, in April 2016, the Nigerian Medical Association invited President Muhammadu Buhari to deliver their keynote speech. And in his keynote speech, he said that he was going to end, he said, look, I'm going to end medical treatments abroad at taxpayers' expense. This is what the president said. April 2016, Nigerian Medical Association they invited him to give a keynote speech. Google it. Don't take my word for it. I deal in facts. I will not come here to exaggerate or lie. I deal in facts. Go and Google it. As I'm speaking to you today, where is the president? The president that said that he is going to stop overseas healthcare at public expense. Where is the president as I'm speaking to you today? Who is paying for his overseas medical healthcare in London? You can say the man just talks what he cannot do, criticizes, blames. And then this is a man that Lai Mohammed said has fulfilled his promises to Nigerians. What about the promise that he was going to stabilize the Naira? As I speak to you today now, you cannot tell what the Naira is going to be tomorrow, because Naira goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. The Naira is not a stable currency. Last year, the Naira was voted the least performing currency in Africa and the third least performing currency in the world. And then this is a man that Lai Mohammed said has fulfilled his promises to Nigerians. Look, the man is being fed at Aso Rock at public expense. When he took over, the minimum wage, 18,000 naira, was the equivalent of about $70 when he took over. Today, the minimum wage is less than half of that. The price of foodstuff has gone up. The price of electricity has gone up. The price of petrol has gone up. And this is a man that Lai Mohammed said on the 30th of May, just last week, that he has fulfilled his promises to Nigerians. Can you not see that Lai Mohammed is a liar? Okay, lie number 4. Lie number 4. On the 3rd of May 2016, Lai Mohammed alleged that there is a masquerade in the southeast that requires 100 people to dress him and 100 people to undress him. And he further said that it can create thousands of jobs. Let me say his exact words to you. I'm going to quote his exact words to you so that you don't say I'm exaggerating, because I don't like that. I like to speak based on facts. I like to speak based on facts because that's what the Bible tells me to do. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17. Go home and read it. Go home and read it. It says, rebuke the oppressor. Rebuke the oppressor. I will not be a child of God if I sit down and allow these ungodly characters to sit down and start vomiting this rubbish on my people. No. What am I going to say when I am before my Creator? Why did I give you this intelligence? Why did I give you this mouth? Why did I give you this opportunity to be able to seek out facts if you could not stand up to these liars? This is what Lai Mohammed said. He said, and I'm going to quote his exact words, there is a particular masquerade in the southeast. It takes 100 people to dress him, another 100 people to undress him. If this masquerade is well packaged, it can provide employment in 1 week for more than 1,000 young men. Can you imagine that? Okay, I consulted one of the foremost anthropologists. I know he will not want me to mention his name, but a lot of you know him. He's one of the foremost anthropologists of Igbo origin for the Southeast. He knows the Southeast. He knows their culture. He's from Anambra State. He's from Unewi. He's a top anthropologist of scientists. In fact, he dishes it out. These day magazine, these day newspapers invite him to write pieces for them. You know, he's consulted for Google. I don't know if he's consulted for Facebook, but he is a well-known anthropologist. And I asked him, I said, look, is this true? And he laughed and said, look, there is no such masquerade. In fact, you think about it with common sense. What kind of masquerade will take 100 men to dress him up? Which masquerade is that? Is the man Goliath? Is the man Goliath? That one masquerade, it will take 100 people to dress him up? Just think about that. Is that not a lie? Then after that it will take another 100 people to undress him. And that the dressing of that masquerade can create thousands of jobs. If Lai Mohammed knows that the dressing of a masquerade can create hundreds of jobs, why hasn't he gone to go and create jobs? Why? Why hasn't he? Listen to this. This administration They promised when they were campaigning. As a matter of fact, I have the tweets. I don't want to embarrass the vice president because I'm very fond of him because he's just doing his job. He's supporting his boss. But they gave him a speech to read, and he said that, look, when we come in, we will create 740,000 relief jobs. Immediately, we will create 20,000 jobs in each state. Don't take my word for it. You can Google it, but don't blame the vice president. The vice president is a great man. He's doing a job. When these people put him under pressure, what is he going to do? Look, the government's own agency, the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, these people, they said that they are going to create 20,000 relief jobs immediately in each state, then 740,000 relief jobs, then 3 million jobs. They are going to create 3 million jobs. In fact, there's a picture of a bus where they said they are going to create 3 million jobs annually. The Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, that is controlled by the Buhari administration, last year brought out the statistics and said, under the Buhari administration, Nigerians have lost 4.58 million jobs. That is 4,580,000 jobs. So they've not been able to create jobs. Then the jobs that other people created, they are losing those jobs. UWIN was created by the previous administration. According to the World Bank, according to the senior economist of the World Bank, McKenzie, he came to Nigeria. He said, UWIN in the whole world is the most successful business plan competition. They said it was UWIN, according to McKenzie, is 10 times more successful than Turkey's own program, 2.5 times more successful than Mexico's own program, and 4 times more successful than Jordan's own program. Don't take my word for it. Google it. These are things I've researched. My new book is coming out. I actually quoted that World Bank economist there. You cancelled it. What was creating jobs? You did not create jobs. Now you are losing jobs. And then you have the guts. Your Minister of Information is coming to tell Nigerians that, that President Buhari has fulfilled his promises. Is that not a lie? Okay, now, that is lie number 4. Lie number 5. On May 29, 2016, Lai Mohammed claimed that the headsmen killing people in Nigeria are from Mauritius. Listen, I've been to Mauritius. I'm a well-traveled man. I traveled a lot. I've just come from Florida. I was with the governor of Florida. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll see some of the pictures. Prior to that, I was in DC, and then I traveled to Boston. I'm always traveling. I was in Turkey. I'm going to be traveling to Europe in about 2 weeks. I travel a lot. I have been to Mauritius. There are no Fulani headsmen in Mauritius. As a matter of fact, between Mauritius and the coast of Africa, there is 2,000 miles of sea. So how can Fulani headsmen pass the Mauritius and then the 2,000 miles of sea and then come to the coast of Africa? And then even at that, when they come to the coast of Africa where they are, is going to be around the coast of South Africa, Mozambique, all those areas. It will take them about 4,500 miles to get to Nigeria. Lai Mohammed said that Fulani headsmen will come to Nigeria from Mauritius. What kind of ridiculous lie is that? And then this is a man that's saying that he does not lie. I've given you 5 lies, Mr. Lai Mohammed. 5 lies that you've told. There are so many others. But because, you see, some of my prominent friends have told me, look, give this administration a break. You are making this government, you are making it too hot for them. So I want to stop at 5. Lai Mohammed, I've given you 5 lies. 5 lies I've given you that you have told. There are multiple others. I can give 15. But let me stop at 5. If I have told a lie against you, I challenge you to take me to court. Take me to court. And stop insulting the intelligence of Nigerians by saying that you don't lie. You are a bloody liar. Thank you.